Hello my dear students, welcome to CMI's online classes. In today's class, in this video, for the students of Standard 8, we'll continue with the same chapter from our English grammar, that is chapter 14, Active and Passive Voice. In our previous two videos on the same chapter, we have already understood what is voice, what are the types of voice that are active and passive voice, what are the important points to remember when we are changing sentences from the active voice into the passive voice. So with the explanations and examples in sentences, we have understood all these important points of changing sentences from active voice to passive voice. And we have also understood the use of verb forms. The use of verb forms, both helping verbs and main verbs, in case of the sentences in passive voice. And also I have explained in my previous two videos how to change sentences in different tenses. The active sentences, the sentences in active voice in different tenses into passive voice with the rules that we have to follow while changing the sentences in active voice in the different tenses into the passive voice. And now in today's video, in this class, we will discuss about the uses of passive voice. We have understood how to change sentences from active voice to passive voice, and now in today's video, in this class, we will understand, we will discuss, and we will learn about the uses of passive voice. Okay, so let us see. I have tried to explain point wise, so I will show examples and explain the points that I have mentioned in this video. Okay, so we will move ahead with the points as I have written here. Uses of passive voice. So what are the uses of passive voice? When do we write the sentences in passive voice? Okay, so the passive voice is used. But before that, whatever we have to understand is, whenever we write the sentences in passive voice, the verb forms, the use of verb forms in the structure of sentences are to be verbs plus V3 form of the verbs. Okay, in some cases, maybe in passive voice also, this to be verbs are removed. In case of the sentences when we remove to be verbs, but in that case also, when we write the sentences in passive voice, we need to understand. Okay, that I will explain in this video, in this class, in this chapter. Okay, in today's class. Okay, so I need you all to listen to my explanation very carefully, that in what case when we write the sentences in passive voice, the use of to be verbs with B3 form is removed. Okay, we will discuss and explain with examples point wise. So the first point is, the passive voice is used when we want to focus attention on the person or the thing affected by the action. So there are two ways how we focus our attention on the person or thing affected by the action. Okay, so they are, normally the performer of the action or the agent comes first and is made the subject of the verb. So when we focus our attention on the person or the thing affected by the person, then normally जब हम द परफॉर्मर ऑफ द एक्शन, जो सेंटेंस में जो एक्शन दिखा रहा है, परफॉर्मर, द नाउन्स और द प्रोनाउंस, दैट मीन्स द परफॉर्मर ऑफ द एक्शन, जो काम करने वाला नाउन्स और प्रोनाउंस है, ओके, कम्स फर्स्ट, सो उसे हम सबसे पहले सेंटेंस में रखते हैं, ओके, एंड इज मेड द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ द वर्ब, और उसे हम जो एक्शन वहां पर होते हैं, जो वर्ब होते हैं, उसका हम सब्जेक्ट बनाते हैं, एंड देन वी यूज द एक्टिव फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब, और उस समय जब हम परफॉर्मर ऑफ द एक्शन को उसका जो एक्शन उसने किया है उसका सब्जेक्ट बनाकर जब हम सेंटेंस लिखते हैं, तब सेंटेंसेस क्या होते हैं, एक्टिव फॉर्म में होते हैं, एक्टिव सेंटेंसेस लिखते हैं हम, एक्टिव वॉइस में सेंटेंसेस लिखते हैं, ओके। द अदर पर्सन और द थिंग इज मेड द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द वर्ब, सो द अदर पर्सन, दैट मीन्स द पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऑफ द एक्शंस, if other than the subject, okay, they become the object of the verb, okay. For example, Sheila invited her to the party, okay. So here performer of the action, who has done the act of inviting, act of giving invitation, Sheila. So Sheila is performing the act of inviting her, okay. So here Sheila is the subject. Now the another agent, her, which is also the object, okay. So it has become, here the pronoun her has become object. So we can talk this party also as the object, okay, but we cannot, yes. Now the another example we have, the binding company on the road employs 100 people. So what is the verb here? Employs, the act of giving employment. So who is doing the act of giving employment? The binding company on high road. The binding company on high road is the subject here, which is performing the action of employing 100 people, okay. So here 100 people, so here people has become, the word people has become the object, okay. But now, however, if you want to focus on the person or thing affected by the action, you make the person or the thing the subject of the sentence and use the passive voice. But in case when the person affected by the action, that means the person or the thing, that means the nouns or pronouns that get affected by the action in sentences, if we focus on that person or thing, on that nouns or pronouns, okay, and if the nouns or pronouns affected by the persons, if we use that nouns or pronouns, if we use that person or thing as the subject, okay, of the sentence, then we write the sentence in passive voice, okay. That means जिस नाउन और प्रोनाउन के ऊपर जो एक्शन हुआ है उसका असर पड़ता है, ओके, लिसन टू मी वेरी केयरफुली, जिस नाउन और प्रोनाउन के ऊपर एक्शन का असर पड़ता है, अगर उस नाउन और प्रोनाउन को हम सब्जेक्ट बनाते हैं तो हम सेंटेंस को पैसिव वॉइस में लिखते हैं, ओके. नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड. शी वॉज इन्वाइटेड टू द पार्टी बाय शीला. Okay, now here also the act of the noun or pronoun which is performing the action is Sheila only, okay, which is used as the object here. Now who is being affected? So invitation किसके ऊपर हुआ है? she, okay. So जब हम जो नाउन्स और प्रोनाउंस के ऊपर एक्शन हुआ है उसको जब हम सब्जेक्ट बनाएंगे तो सेंटेंस पैसिव वॉइस में होते हैं, ओके. अंडरस्टूड. वी हैव ट्राइड टू चेंज द सेम सेंटेंस हियर. शीला इनवाइटेड हर टू द पार्टी. सो सी हर ऑब्जेक्ट, इट बिकेम सी हियर she was invited. Okay, so here subject has been affected by the action. Okay, subject has been affected by the action and the action is performed by the object. Okay, so in this way, if we write the sentences in which the subjects have been affected by the action and the performer of the action is still the object, then the sentences are in passive voice. So again, 100 people are employed by the binding company on high road. So again, who is affected by this employment? किसके ऊपर ये काम का असर हुआ है? 100 people. Okay, so 100 people. And who is the performer of the action? The binding company on high road. So the binding company on high road is still the performer of the action, and the action that this binding company on high road is performing is being performed upon 100 people. So that means 100 people are affected by the action of giving employment by the binding company, okay, on high road. So here, when we focus on those nouns or pronouns which are affected by the action, and if that nouns or pronouns which are affected by the actions are made the subject in sentences, then the sentences are in passive voice. Okay, this first point is very much important. When do we use passive voice? We use passive voice when we focus on the nouns or pronouns, when we focus on the persons or things which are affected by the action, and if we made them the subject of the sentence, then the sentences are in passive voice. Understood? Now let us move to another point. When narrating an incident or event, जब भी हम किसी घटना को बयां करते हैं, whenever we narrate any incident or event, कोई भी कार्य को अगर हम बयां करते हैं, in that case also we narrate the incidents or we narrate the events in passive voice. Like many people were knocked down by the cyclone Philin and were taken to hospital where they were declared dead. So here, were knocked, were taken and were declared. These forms of verbs are in passive voice, and these forms of verbs are expressing, are narrating an incident or an event. Okay, so जब भी हम किसी घटना को बयां करते हैं, okay, by speaking orally or by writing also, then we write the sentences in passive voice. Okay, here we have to understand the use of verb forms. Okay, now another point is when describing a social or historical incident. For example, see, whenever we speak about social or historical event or historical incident, okay, it is quite similar to this point number 2, but something is different. Like when we speak about something that happened in the past years, okay, and now you have to speak about that past events, okay, that is also expressed in, that is also explained in or written in passive voice. Like Mahatma Gandhi was assassinated on 30th of January 1948. See, was assassinated. This form of verbs is in passive voice. Okay, understood? See, like the Gitanjali was written by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, see, if you explain any kind of historical incident or historical event or any kind of social event, you express that event, you write that event in what? passive voice, as it is also explained in report writing. See, report writing, because whenever we write reports are also written in a passive voice, as I have already explained in the chapter report writing. Okay, now point number 4 is for making requests and invitations, for example. So what we have to understand here is requests and invitations. Whenever you are expressing your request, or whenever you are expressing your invitations to someone, then you have to express your request and invitations in passive voice. Okay, so here what we have to understand is when the sentences are imperative. If the sentences are imperative, then the imperative sentences can be changed into passive voice in this way also. See here, you are requested not to pluck the flowers. So here, making requests and invitation. Okay, so like if you say don't pluck flowers, if you say don't pluck the flowers, okay, this is imperative sentence, but it is in passive voice, active voice. Imperative sentence in active voice, and when you change this imperative sentences in passive voice, you need to understand, because imperative sentences are requests, orders, suggestions. Okay, so commands. So depending upon if the sentences are orders, if the sentences are requests, if the sentences are suggestions, depending upon that you have to change the form of main verbs into V3. If it is order, it will become ordered. If it is a request, it becomes requested. If it is a command, it will change into commanded, V3. Okay, like don't pluck the flowers. So here you are requested not to pluck the flowers. Okay, whenever we are making request, invitations, that means when we are changing imperative sentences into passive voice, it is changed like this. Because in imperative sentences, subjects are not given. We have to understand the pronoun you as the subject. Okay, understood? Now see here. Now number 5 is for making announcements, for example. Okay, if I hope you have heard this kind of announcement in railway stations also. Okay, see here, the Rajdhani Express to Delhi will be delayed due to fog. Okay, so announcements are also written in passive voice. Okay, the next one is for giving warnings, advice and suggestions, for examples. So here also we have to understand about how to change imperative sentences into passive voice. Like for giving warnings, advice and suggestions, like the use of mobile phones should be avoided while driving. So when we give warnings, advice or suggestions, that also should be given in passive voice. Okay, now see here. Again, I am telling you about changing imperative sentences into passive voice. See, advice. If the sentences are advised, that means you are advised. Like take these medicines on time. You are advised to take these medicines on time. Okay. Suggestions. Study well for your exams. So you are suggested to study well for your exams, like this. Okay. I hope you have understood. I hope you have understood the explanations of these 6 points. Now we will move to 7th point. 7th point, when writing a notice. So we have already completed our chapter notice writing also. In that chapter also I have explained that whenever we write notices in passive voice. Okay, like the example we have here. All teachers are requested to attend the staff meeting to be held on 12th December. See here, the above forms are requested. Okay, like you are informed. You are informed to present at the principal's office before noon. So you are informed. See here, are informed. Be verbs plus be3, passive voice. Okay, I hope you have understood till these 7 points. Okay, in our next video on the same chapter, we will continue our discussions with other points that we have in this chapter about the uses of passive voice. But right now, for today's class, I would like to stop here. Thank you so much for being the part of my today's class. Thank you so much, dear students.